Jock and Jill's, Charlotte, North Carolina. Made me feel vomity. How do you feel, caller, listener, Art Bell devotionist? Do you get vomity? I never get vomity, but I ate at Jock and Jill's here at the Airport Hotel in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I felt like I wanted to puke. Wasn't overdrunk. I am drunk, no question about it, but I didn't feel drunk to the point where I wanted to vomit at East Coast 10:25. So half an hour ago, wanted to puke. Didn't know what to get. Knew they were going to have potato skins. Called it. This TGI Friday's knockoff, I bet you, Ggreg Chaille and Brett Erickson, they will have potato skins, and I will order them. I haven't introduced you yet. You keep trying to talk, but you wait. I'm going to introduce Brett Erickson as my special guest on Art Bell's Charlotte Airport Overnight Podcast. But then I wanted chicken fingers, but they had crazy chicken tenders.
Overselling it.
Crazy.
That's overselling.
It's not overselling. It's offensive to people who have a girlfriend with mental illness or a seat partner on American Airlines. We'll get to that. Also, traumatic brain injury. Crazy? Really?
Well, they did test market TBI chicken.
Oh, yeah. And nigger skins, which they still had. Yeah. That's probably why I wanted to puke. Crazy.
From the
Mad.
racism?
Yeah. No, it's terrible. All right, this is Doug Stanhope. This is the well, I guess this is the first gig of this tour. Oh, where do we
This
start?
is a
Erickson?
wild Saturday
Who's
night.
talking?
Brett Erickson.
Thanks. That was a brilliant introduction.
No, I'm going to let people know. This is the Doug Stanhope podcast with special guest host standing in for Doug Stanhope, Brett Erickson. And who's your guest tonight, Brett Erickson?
Well, Doug, we've got a very special guest tonight, flying in all the way from Boston. We have a comedian. You may have heard him. He's got some really funny knee slappers. Douglas
When you say
Stanhope.
knee slappers, are you talking about Dave Chappelle's new special that we watch where he slams himself in the thigh with the microphone every time there's no laugh? All right, sorry.
No, I was talking about an old lady's boobies.
Here's my joke. Whap! Go back and watch. I only watched the first one. He's funny. But, for... He did. What?
Yeah.
What?
So here we are on a wild Charlotte Saturday night at 10:30 in the evening ish.
I don't know
And
how far we go back.
this party is about to, as the kids say, pop off.
Erupt. Hey, how about some... Oh, fuck. I said I wasn't going to drink anymore.
I gotta get one.
Just need ice, a glass, and a mixer. Because I get 5 shots of vodka.
The lemonade?
Oh, wait, you can buy it. Just get my drink at the bar.
Yeah.
Vodka soda splash. We'll save those 5 shots.
Sure.
We're still going off
Man.
on Chaille while he's running
Thank
like
God.
a bitch.
Thank God that guy's gone. Oh, he's not gone yet. I mean,
I don't know how
Chaille's
far
cool.
we go back. How it starts. Finishing up this tour. Why don't you coach me into it? You're the host.
Yeah. Well, Doug, it's good to have you here
Thanks.
in the
Thanks
studio.
for having
What do
me.
you? We decorated
Place.
decorated it just for you.
I'm a huge fan of Hyatt Place. Don't use them often, but I know what it looks like. I know 3 of us can fit. If Delta Airlines can all get us to the same place,
They
which
did
they've
it.
failed at. But if they did, I go, all right, we get 2 beds and a couch, and here we are.
It's a beautiful thing. 3 men, 1 room. I think it's fantastic.
It's not bad.
So this is quite an honor, guest hosting your the Doug Stanhope podcast, because a couple of years ago when I moved out of Peoria, I was you went to Australia and I guest hosted the podcast in your absence, and the response from the killer termites was so overwhelmingly positive that we had to do it again tonight 2 years later.
Was it as positive as when Chad Shank is not on the podcast and they go, fuck this podcast, there's no Chad Shank?
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Dude, on the last...
Chad Shank, not overrated.
No. Also not on this podcast.
And he doesn't slap the microphone on his thigh when there's a joke that gets no laughs.
No, well, if he did, the microphone would be destroyed. So it's good that he doesn't. Yeah, that is a crutch. That knee slapping thing.
I don't know.
It is.
The last thing I need in my
It's a
career is to
shame.
shit on Dave Chappelle. It was very funny. But what people don't understand is he hasn't put anything out for 10 years. And then he put out 2 specials. Well, in the meantime, what he does is he does sets where he does 6-hour sets where he bumps 7 comedians in a place and just talks like we're talking. Imagine, just take the worst of all my podcasts, which are all of them, and just imagine us doing that as a set that you're a paying customer.
Yeah, take your longest, drunkest, most rambling podcast and imagine it live at the Comedy Store at 1:30 in the morning.
And then imagine 10 years of this podcast and then boiling it down to 2 good hours. 10 years, an hour of 10 years. Let's say just once a week.
Right.
Let's just say, so that's 5,200 hours is what is 10,000
5,200
hours. I don't know. I can't do
5,200
math.
hours. Yeah,
but,
that's
and you go,
that's 10,400 hours.
and then if you don't get a laugh, you go whap on your thigh. I'm high.
It works every time.
I'm only shitting on it because he has one line that's already in my book. I didn't get booed off stage. I got booed on stage. No, I have that fucking line. And
Parallel thought.
there's parallel, except no. I'm not saying he stole it from me. I'm saying people go, Dave Chappelle already did that. No, I already did that when I wrote it on my website, when I stole from my own website to write this book, and I took old shit that no one even reads from an old story from Kilkenny, Ireland, where I said, I didn't get booed off stage, I got booed on stage until the guy that paid me the money told me to get off stage. Anyway.
Right.
It's just one little thing. You know how you get cunty
Yeah.
as a comedian.
That's like when if Trump replaces Obama, the headline will read "Orange is the New Black" joke was stolen by the brilliant Argus Hamilton.
Oh, that's right. You were fucking, yeah. You and Brendan Walsh have a couple of firsts that you'll never get credit for.
Yeah, that was a silly one anyway. But then I saw
Bromance.
Argus is great.
Bromance didn't come around. Walsh would say bromance and A-framing, like all this
Walsh
shit.
is my favorite.
2 years before I heard.
My favorite Walshism is "Hit the bricks, ugga-mug." I say that all the time. God damn it! I want that on a T-shirt.
All right, so we Erickson and I we did all the gigs I had to cancel during Bingo Coma was the California run. We did, you and I, we did it with Morgan Murphy, and then I had to do the last one was Boston, which I did, and everything got fucked up with Boston. In order to do one gig in Boston in the best of times, I have to leave Tucson for a Thursday gig. I leave Tuesday, stay overnight in Tucson, 2-hour drive, to sleep in a hotel to get a 6 a.m. flight rather than try to leave at 3 a.m. and drive through the dark and hit deer. So I stay at a hotel, and then I fly to get there the night before.
So it's a 36 hours of traveling, basically, just to get there.
And if I didn't do that...
In the best case scenario.
Yeah, because there was bad weather. So I would have had to cancel Boston the second time. Now, no one will ever see me in Boston again because I've canceled twice because there was bad weather in Atlanta. I didn't get there till almost 11 at night. Would have missed the gig the second time. So I got there, flew the day before, got there late, did the gig. Morgan Murphy Jr. stopped, a great crowd, then try to get the fuck out. Oh, no. 1 o'clock in the morning, Delta sends me a fucking email. Your flight's canceled, getting out to go back to Arizona. There's so much fuck that detail.
Why did Delta cancel all these flights? This is like a thing.
There was tornadoes and shit. They have the biggest hub is in Atlanta. It's the biggest hub of any of the big three airlines in the U.S. So when they have to cancel 2 days of flights, well, that means all the fucking pilots and the people and all the planes are stuck in other. I don't know.
So it sounds like what you're saying is that Al Qaeda should crash their planes into the Atlanta airport. I mean, don't, of course.
You're putting words in my mouth in a different language. All I know is Hennigan is on tilt. We know the filthy, uncut Scotsman is out of his tit. He's back in Australia.
He's on Mars right now.
We have we're booking our own hotels. We have no idea.
He's got people. I got to move his car for street sweeping. That kind of shit's going on. Yeah. He doesn't care.
I don't know who's going to go first. Him, me, Chaille.
So your flight got canceled back to...
Fucking Hennigan books this whole redo tour. I'm sorry, my girlfriend was in a coma. I'm going to redo all these dates. That was done in Boston. I already booked all the flight schedule. Then he books this new Southeastern tour that we're on right now, starting... But I already booked the Boston back to Tucson. When he starts, I go, well, I'd have to get back to Tucson and leave immediately from Tucson to get back to start in Atlanta to rent a car, do all this bullshit. So it finally gets to a place where I go, well, fuck it. I'm just going to fly directly to Charlotte our first day. You guys, you get the rental car in Atlanta, meet me in Charlotte. It worked out.
Barely.
And I had to fly a filthy opposite airline.
Ooh.
I'm a Delta guy. You guys know me. I'm a Delta purist.
Yeah.
And they fucked me. And they fucked Bingo the entire year. Every Delta flight.
They fucked Bingo hard because she was supposed to come
twice
to the Reno gig. We were going to have fun, and then she got waylaid. So Delta's on double secret probation.
No, this was weather related. They just put all their fucking chickens in one hub in Atlanta. So you do that. Like if you're a coastal person, if you're a New York, LA, you have options of really good airlines like JetBlue and Virgin. Well, in Tucson, you have to get the best of the worst top three. And that goes in order: Delta, United, American. And those are your three choices. So the only choice, because of all the 3,000 flights in a week canceled.
Oh, my God.
By Delta, I found one flight on American, the worst of the top three, going to Charlotte, 2 hours. I could have taken a fucking Amtrak, and I didn't think of it till it was too late.
So how did it work out for you? My guest today on the podcast is comedian Doug Stanhope.
Here's how it worked out. I had to leave a day later on a different airline to a different destination, and that worked out. Out of my own pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Delta didn't pay for it. Charlotte didn't know I was coming. You guys had to figure out how to meet me. Use my credit card to rent a car and get up here. Yeah.
Oh, we don't have
We're
any
here.
problem using your credit card, buddy. Don't worry about that.
Well, you know what? This is the all fucking short-haired white guy comedy tour. So yeah,
This was a great moment earlier when we were all doing something, and all of us at the same time put our reading glasses on. It's like the fucking lamest team of superheroes.
Hello.
Put on your readers. To the reader mobile.
We're all 50-year-old white guys with
Yeah.
short hair.
Dumb.
Which, if we
So you
still
flew American back. How did that
I
work
flew
out?
American.
First class?
I booked first class and got there early. Was the only guy in security, but I was only supposed to do one. Sorry, I'm trying not to yell. It's Saturday night. Sorry, I'm trying not to get noise complaints in a fucking Hyatt place at the airport where everyone's going out. I tried to do one gig in Boston, which you already had to spend. I brought one suit. I brought nothing else. I brought my backpack, brought my laptop, and some notes, and no other clothing except a couple pairs of suits, some Mack Weldon socks, T-shirt, and we'll do, and the underpants. I'm wearing them, all three of them I'm wearing right now. Brought nothing else. So then I get fucked over. They're 5 days. I bought these. I'm wearing them right now, and I tweeted that I look like a lesbian volleyball community college player when they're all wearing the same.
After she's transitioned?
No, in an airport. Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah.
She wolfed down something last night, but they pretend like it never happens. And, yeah.
Harvard sweatpants.
So I got on the fucking. I never. You know me. I never travel without looking like Chaille. We dress up for stage and we dress up for flights. We dress in stupid, weird suits. And I get with this. I was supposed to throw this shirt away on the way out of town because it's short-sleeved. So now
Long.
I have two pieces of clothing that were disposable. Now I'm wearing them through the goddamn Boston Logan Airport, and the guy, there's nobody in the security line. I'm like, this is great, and I pull my booze out, and I pull my laptop out, and the guy goes, hey, I need to see your boarding pass, and I get booze shakes anyway, because I've just been sitting around drinking for fucking 2 days, because I've been stuck in a Hilton, and he goes, I knew it was you. I knew it was you. He looks at my boarding pass, and then I'm all panicked, like I'm going to get fucking secondary screening, which I got thirdendary screening because he wanted a picture. Hey, what do you get on the other side? Will you get a picture? And now I'm like, I'm in fucking Harvard gift shop, Hilton. There's nothing at the airport, Hilton and Logan Airport. There's a Hilton and a harbor and a runway. So if you want anything, you got to get it there. I needed an eye patch. My contact lens went screwy on me and started to dig divots into my eye with some kind of coagulated chunk of rock that made itself. When you don't take your contact lenses out for a year, sometimes things can go bad. So it went bad. So now I can't really see out of one eye. And the guy's there, and he's yelling at me, but then he wants a picture, and I go, I'm wearing fucking lesbian gift shop $30 fucking sweatpants, and I don't even have a tie on or a good jacket.
The guy can say, look, I got my picture taken with Tig Notaro.
He was lobbing bombs of, well, yeah, you were at the Wilbur. I couldn't get tickets, but I saw Joey Coco Diaz. I saw Bert Kreischer, and I'm like, I got fucking Harvard lesbian sweatpants on. So get the selfie from the fucking waist up. And then I had to do, you have no idea if you guys listen to this podcast and you understand the time and devotion that I have put into staying at the highest level of Delta Diamond Elite. Mr. Stanhope.
Your Sky Club status.
Yeah, now I'm like, you filthy fucks that come to see my shows. That's how it was. Imagine you have to fly somewhere and you're just a lowly person, and then you're coming to see me and you have to wait in line. It's like that. It's like you're just some idiot who has to go, just bottom rung person.
Wait, you were diamond, so now you're a platinum, right?
No, I'm on a different airline where I'm a nothing. Like the people that come to see me, the zeros that come to see me, you fucking hang-faced, balloon-headed. Yeah, I'm like you. Imagine being like you on an airline. I have to walk through security. I have to take a picture with TSA, poorly dressed. And then I have to walk on and go, I usually go to the Delta Sky Club. What about the American Airlines? I did buy a first class ticket, and I walk in sheepishly. I say, I don't know how American Airlines work. Do you allow people in just on a first class ticket? And they say no, which I knew. They said no, only if it's international first class, but you could buy a day pass for $59, and then I have to do the math. I'm here for 2 hours. Can I drink $60 worth of booze in 2 hours? But it's 2:00 in the afternoon, and I have to meet you guys. So I go, I should not try to meet that mark. So I went to the Legal Seafoods, got fat belly, full belly, deep fried clams. The only thing I look forward to in this horrible piece of shit, that. Sorry, I'm out of there. Massachusetts. Fucking hate Boston. Hate Massachusetts. Stinks. But I did get fried clams. Whole belly fried clams. Not that shit you get in the frozen food. Real bull. Yeah. So, and then I get on the plane that was late.
After drinking $49.50 worth of booze?
Actually, it was late, so I went back and I spent one more drink that actually put me over where I go, fuck. But I couldn't have gotten the clams. They were $18.95. So it was worth it to not. I don't know. How are you, Brett?
I'm fantastic, Doug. Thanks for asking.
Let me get back to this fucking flight. So we get on the flight. This is where it goes. This is where it goes tits up, as they say? The listener would go, well, you're a drunken asshole. We can tell. But I wasn't. This is hours later. I was just drunk enough that I knew to shut my mouth because it's been 5 days. I'm trying to get out of the worst fucking part of the country to get down here to Carolina.
Yeah. It's like driving through Oklahoma. At this point, you just want to go the speed limit and keep your head down and get past all of the police and get the fuck out of there.
I know what you're talking about. I'm a man without a country. I'm a foreign man with a first-class ticket. I know Delta always takes care of me, and I'm a Delta Tide Tack, and I wear Delta gear, and the Delta people... Oh, now I'm on American. Doesn't matter if I bought a first-class ticket. They're running late. Everyone's, all the flight attendants, or FAs, as I knew to call them, so they knew that I was fucking... I knew the nomenclature. I know your fucking inner vernacular. And they came by, hey, do you need a blanket? Who needs a blanket? We're up in first class, because we're first class people that bought first class tickets. And I don't need a blanket, but I would definitely thank you for offering. I say, I'd like a vodka soda. And they smile like, fuck you. like I know there's no way. No, that's what you get. That's why you book first class, is you get that first drink or two, if you can milk them, to knock down your Xanax. And then they start yelling at people. Everyone's going to sit down. We need to take off right away. Everyone, get your seats right away. And then I get up and I said, hey, can I get a vodka soda to the one gentleman that's working first class? And he walked back in the second row. He walks back to the other lady that's working in the divot that I can't see, the FA. And I see him lean into her, and she's like Chelsea Handler. If Chelsea Handler lost the position she deserves to lose and had to go back into the workplace, and you saw her 10 years from now, but it looks like it's been 20, goes, well, I'm going to go talk to him. And I thought, oh, she's coming to talk to me. She meant she was going to get on the overhead. She got on the PA. I see her march over, and she gets on the PA. We've been delayed an hour and 15 minutes at least. And she gets on and says, I'm sorry, we're still delayed because we're still waiting on catering to bring people to bring catering to the first class people. And all of first class goes, what? And then you hear the wail, and it's like the wave in a stadium of coach going, what?
All of a sudden, Bernie Sanders is in coach. Like, God damn it.
But no, then we start rallying in first class going, no, I didn't say. And then the lady behind me is going, can we take a vote? We would rather not have catering and just leave. And then the dude that ratted me out to the Chelsea Handler, he's going, it doesn't work like that. Yeah. And I go, and I
fuck you, Joe Coy.
I loudly said, listen, this is the douchiest thing I've ever seen an FA do, is to try to turn them against us. We're all of first class. We're rioting, basically.
Were you holding a conch shell?
Close enough. We're like, no, we do not want this. And he's like, well, it's not how it works. We have to wait for it. I go, no, you called us out. You made the entire coach section think we're the dicks, and that's hogwash. I was using like family friendly swear words, and it was absolute bullshit. And then I still have it. If you look at my phone under Periscope, I had it ready for if I get thrown off this plane. I had all the title put into the Periscope. Because that's the thing. If just because you're drunk, if you're right, doesn't matter. He smells like alcohol. Yeah, but I'm right. Well, no one believes you.
Luckily, you also smelled like clams. If you'd have gone into that American club, you'd have been thrown right off.
And then that Chelsea Handler lady kissed our asses every which way but Sunday because she knew she was wrong, and the entire first class rallied against her. Mm-hmm. For underbussing us. I gotta get a fucking new term. I hate that. It's so hackneyed to say thrown under the bus. But I always go to it because I'm too lazy to figure out a better term. I remember Joey Diaz was the first person that said that in 1997. I go, oh, that's a great expression. And then it was all over Celebrity Apprentice and everywhere. Now it's oh, he threw me under the bus. It's
a
on
sports thing
CNN.
too.
Yeah,
all the
everywhere.
time. Yeah.
New expression. What do we have to do a thing? We all made it here.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a long day, man. I flew out at 6 and LAX, I got there, and they didn't have any pilots, which seems like a thing that you should have for a plane.
Like they would be hanging at the airport anyway?
Yeah, they're like, well, we don't have a flight crew. That's why we're delayed. And they got in late last night, and they have to sleep this many hours or whatever before they can fly. And everyone's like, well, did you guys know that last night? Couldn't you have... So, but then it just, I don't know, it was just weird. Like, it seems like it's not the thing you should tell the people. Like, yeah, we don't have any pilots. It's not reassuring. Like, well, we're just going to...
Seems we're out of fuel.
We're going to crowdsource this pilot thing. Has anybody flown?
Go pilot me.
Yeah. So just make up something
funds.
else, like, well, the air conditioning, they always say shit like, well, the air conditioning vents are out or some shit like that. Like, that's always a thing. Well, we'll be with you in a little bit, but don't tell us we don't have pilots. But we ended up with
there's
pilots.
more problems in the Bahama Triangle. It's Bermuda! Bermuda! It's not even Bahamas, you fucking liar! She's just doing her job. Jesus, I'm on your side. Passenger that's trying to help the fucking flight attendant. Anyway, I got here. And on the way off that plane, I started hollering at them. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I was hollering at them saying, you can't throw me off now.
What if they would have said, Mr. Stanhope, get back on this plane? They throw you back on. We're taking you back to Boston, bitch. Like, oh, I didn't see this coming. I didn't think you could do that. We can do anything. We're the airline.
What's the commercial we're doing?
Blue Apron.
Blue Apron. Hey, Blue Apron. When I was fucked over by Delta, had to settle for American, and then they brought that basket of snacks. I said, hey, can I get what they... Here's the thing. When you take a short first-class hopper flight like that, couple hours, Coach, you get way better treated. Say, send that cart down Coachway, and you can buy like $7.99 for a snack pack, and it's got hummus, and it's got salami, and it's got olives, and it's got that. And they're already getting drinks while they're going around. What would you like? Would you like a drink? Okay, we'll go make it. And then you wait for a snack pack. You realize everyone back there is already drinking for money.
Yeah.
But you're like, I want to pay money to be like Coach. So,
would you like to buy our downgrade package?
Yeah, Chelsea Handler. I go, I don't want a banana or one of the 7 things you offer in a basket. I want that thing that has the salami and the hummus and the olives and the thing. I'll get that for you. Only because I'm an asshole now that turned the entire first class section against her. But it's no Blue Apron. That's what I'm saying. If they had Blue Apron, a skillet, an oven, that's all you need.
And Tom Konopka.
Then Blue Apron. Blue Apron delivers shit right to your gate. That would be, that'd be very funny.
They're never delayed.
It actually, the box is configured to fit in the overhead bin.
It is carry-on size. Listen, sir, you can't make your own meals. Right. Oh, yes, I can. Blue Apron, look at this. And then they go, it's against regulations. But then all of Coach is saying, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're trying to make first class look like dicks, Chelsea Handler, bitch. They're going to make They're going to make Blue Apron for everyone.
Yep. It's chicken tetrazzini for everybody on the plane.
And your first 3 meals are free.
What? BlueApron.com. Listen, it doesn't matter where you are. If you're in prison, if you're in the 6th circle of, it's not hell, but what? Purgatory. Do they do 6th?
I think it's 7.
I know, but
Well, there's a 6 before a 7, right?
well, Blue Apron has limits.
That's right. It's only 99% of the food deserts.
Anyway, most circles of purgatory, and your home, your office, your cell, your whatever kind of rehab you're in.
And don't forget, you can always put it on hold like we did for the tour weeks. We actually put Blue Apron on hold so that when we get back, then we can start it up again.
So they don't just pile up meals on your front door while you're gone, and then you have to just go through them and see what's not spoiled? That's smart.
Oh my God!
There's kids outside in the hallway.
No! That was the greatest. If you could hear what we're trying to keep it down somewhat because we're doing this in a hotel on a Saturday night where we're not working in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we just heard someone outside in the hallway yelling at their other significant other.
He was yelling at his dad.
Wait. I think there's sheets on the bed. Was what I just heard. And
yeah, he said, "Dad, there's sheets on the bed."
Oh, Dad, there's sheets.
It's a little league team is here.
Yeah. They'll never get Blue Apron, and if they did, they'd never appreciate it. Dad, I think there's cumin in this box. Well, put it in the far. Put it in the far. I don't know what cumin is. It might be like anthrax. Put it in the far. Ain't no such thing as a free lunch.
A free lunch. That's all the consonants.
It's like when Jackie the Joke Man used to try to do racist street jokes on Howard Stern, and he'd put in the wrong mispronunciations. Go, hey, but now I'm doing Cosby. Hey, mambo. But he would do like, all right, yeah, he would do it absolutely wrong. You can be racist and accurate, but he would do it. Like, I'm trying to remember an example. Stern used to bust him out. That's not how you say that. Right, wrong. You're doing it wrong. All right. Blue Apron. It's a better way to cook than fucking eating shit on American Airlines.
Chaille told me today that it comes out to like $10. That's pretty cheap.
$10 plate.
A plate, like,
but that's for like gourmet shit.
But and that's a full. I've eaten at your place having the Blue Apron. It's more than a port. Like it's more than. It's not like, oh, it's a lean cuisine and you're going to want a second one when you're done. It's a whole thing, and you're probably going to have some left over for leftovers. Like that's not that expensive. If you think about what you spend buying the ingredients to cook a bunch of shit, you're going to spend more than that anyway, and this comes with everything you need for that meal in the box. In
the Hilton Logan, I love staying right. There's like 5 airports I could name you: Orlando, Dallas, Chicago, Philly, Boston, where the hotel is attached to the airport, which I like. I can wake up. Oh, you got a 6 a.m. flight. I can wake up at 5:15 and make it. But they fuck you. Boston Logan, the Hilton. I'm spending $24 for a sandwich, just a French dip, because there's nothing else. This $10 for a gourmet dinner that you can pretend you knew how to make for some chick that you're.
And that's the thing too. Like you try to make shit like this. You're like, well, I need to go. Says here in this recipe, I need 3 teaspoons of xanthan gum. I guess I have to go to the Whole Foods and buy a whole bunch of
Baby
xanthan.
bok choy.
Yeah, they're going to give you the amount you need for that recipe.
And Blue Apron will supply you with the warning xanthan gum label that you can put on the plate as required by law. Listen, you fucking assholes. Get Blue Apron. You get 3 meals free. Every ingredient sent to your house. And if you want to cancel, you cancel. There's no such thing as a free meal unless you can remember to cancel. And you probably won't. But if you have to, just get that fucking food, motherfucker. You're dead. You're dead any day. So get those last 3 meals and spend that meal money on shit you enjoy.
So if you're on death row and you have a last meal, you should order Blue Apron. And you can cook it. You get 3. Like, I can't go now, warden.
Oh, that would be so good. If we could get someone on death row to order Blue Apron as their last meal. You go, oh, no, it's not over yet. I get 2 more.
There's still more in the box.
2 more. Your public defender files an appeal. All right. Blue Apron is a better way to cook than letting some clown on death row do it for you. Click.
For less than $10 per meal, Blue Apron delivers all of the ingredients to create home-cooked meals with simple, easy-to-follow directions. Get your first 3 meals free at blueapron.com/Stanhope. That's blueapron.com/Stanhope. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
Oftentimes, I will get a phone call at a certain hour, and someone says, "Are you sick or something?" I say, "No, I'm laying in bed with 3 pillows behind my misshapen neck, so my lack of a chin is touching my lack of a chest." And that's what I'm doing now, listening to Audible.com. Audible.com, if you use the hashtag or promo code, I don't even need the money. If you don't know my name by now. Here I lay.
All broken-hearted.
In a desperate bed.
Shit my pants.
A bed still moist with the ass sweat of 1,000 truck drivers and confused fraternity boys on the road. Listening to Audible. Books on Audible kind of take the sting off the road, don't they, Brett Erickson?
Oh, I'm going to tell you something. There's nothing I enjoy more than listening to Audible books. I mean, come on.
Unless you're reading them. Here's the thing.
If you're reading them at the time, it does kind of take the reading out of it.
We've been listening to Audible on the road, so Chaille downloads a bunch of Audible books.
He downloaded the book I'm reading currently. I'm halfway through the book.
Physically reading.
I've committed to reading this book. And he's like, "Oh, I got this on Audible." I'm like, "Well, I've already started reading it."
And he's playing it while you're in the backseat, actually physically reading it. And you can you back up because you're ahead of me.
Well,
and now
it just makes me feel like a dick because now I can't read as fast as this person is reading. And the person is Fat Mike from NoFX. And I'm like, if I can't read faster than Fat Mike, I'm a fucking asshole.
So
it's good.
We did switch to Duff McKagan. Is it McKagan?
Duff McKagan.
From Guns N' Roses.
Duffman.
And now, this is what's going to fuck with me, is because Morgan Murphy's jumping on the tour. We're already about 2 hours into Duff McKagan, and now she's going to be with us for 5 days, and she's going to go, I don't get where I'm at. What's going on here? And we're going to have to pause it and go, oh, no, when he was a kid, this happened, and then he moved to L.A. after Seattle, and all his friends died of heroin, but he was a drug abuser, and he stole cars, and that's as far as we got. And
She better shut up because I'm fully invested in this Duff McKagan book. I not for nothing, it actually is pretty fucking good. It's pretty good. This guy turns out the bass player from Guns N' Roses is a pretty interesting fucking dude. I had no idea.
He talks a little morning radio like, but you go, that's what I would expect him to sound like. And then when I was 14, it's not that bad. But one of the hardest things to do is get everyone on board with a book on the road. That's why we usually listen to CNN drone on, because someone's going to start talking over it. We put on Duff McKagan, everyone shut the fuck up, and they've listened, and no one's going, oh, that's like a talking point. I hate when a fucking book on tape in a car is like a centerpiece, where you go, oh, let's just listen till we have a story similar and talk over. That's just like you're tearing paragraphs out of a book. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. I want to listen to all of it.
Narrated by Christian.
It's what?
Oh, it's not even Duff McKagan talking? Oh, I have so much more respect
for him.
That's
not him?
No.
Oh.
Right there.
Well, dude, I don't have my reading glasses
well,
on.
It's read by a different dude that sounds like a dude that would be a bass player for Guns N' Roses.
God damn it. So, Christian Rummel. Well, Christian Rummel, you sound like I think Duff McKagan would sound like.
Yeah.
Because Audible, they get shit right. All right. Hey, Audible, read me a bedtime story, because I'm laying in bed in a war-torn mattress in a Quality Inn that has none of the first part. It should just be called Inn. I would suggest the Duff McKagan book, and not the one that you're currently reading while you try to drive and listen all at the same time. And Audible wants you to remember, don't try to read a book, listen to a book, and drive while you're smoking and texting.
And the one thing is that, I mean, these books on Audible are so good. Sometimes you may find yourself driving in the left-hand lane and not moving out of the way of other people who are trying to pass you. That's how good
don't tailgate all the time, and don't not look in your rearview mirror when you switch all over lanes, and always drive in the left-hand lane when people are trying to fucking pass you, where women in tiny cars start blowing the horn at you that I've been watching on the passenger side, and I don't want to be a backseat passenger side driver, but yeah, I've been watching this woman try to pass you while you sit in the fucking left-hand lane listening to your Duff McKagan and your Audible don'tsay.com bullshit. I cry bullshit.
What we're saying is that's how good the books are. Hypothetically speaking, that could happen to you. That's how good they are. You might forget that you're in the left-hand lane.
You know what? If you have a shitty driver, listen to Audible books, because that way you can blame it on something other than, hey, the person I've invested my entire future in, you, possibly your husband or wife, me, a tour manager, and you go, hey, this is going down the path of we're going to go over a handrail. Audible.
Audible is offering our listeners a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership. Just go to audible.com/Doug Stanhope and browse the unmatched selection of audio programs. Download a title for free and start listening. It's that easy. Just go to audible.com/Doug Stanhope. That's audible.com/Doug Stanhope and get started today.
This is the end of a commercial.
What else do we have to do? Wait, no, I think we just did like 49 minutes.
We did.
Actually, 52. I can't see. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not mention that one of my eyes went bad during this podcast? Oh my God!
I didn't want to say anything.
It was so bad last night that I couldn't be out. I couldn't look. Looking with my eyes.
Let's be honest. You with an eye patch would be fucking great. That would be a great era of your career.
Period.
Yeah, right. Doug's patch period.
last night it was as though if you burned your eyeball, like if you burned your skin and it became a blister, it felt that swollen. Yeah. And inside your eyelid was a diamond.
That was
etching.
It's all right. If you have your right arm is really fucked up, and you go, as long as I don't move it, it's fine. But like your eyes, if you move your left arm, your right arm moves. You can't just move one eye back and forth. If you move your good eye, well, the bad eye scrapes against a diamond one. It's a thin blister.
Ugh.
Yeah.
The thing is, you didn't even need to change the actual details of what happened to your eye for the analogy. You could have just said, just imagine you put a piece of cut round glass on your cornea and left it there for a year. You didn't clean it or take it out or wash it or anything. You just left it there for a year and a bunch of shit got on it. It was like that. Yeah. Ouch.
Ow. But it's better now that I'm drunk. Works for everything. All right. Well, that's yeah. Well, no, we wrapped it up a while ago.
No, you have to
Sorry.
sign off.
Well, Mishka, we have to do Mishka and Birdcloud.
Well, I mean, as the guest host of the podcast, I would just like to say thanks for listening to the Doug Stanhope podcast. It's been my pleasure to have my special guest, Ggreg Chaille, and the amazing Doug Stanhope here in the studio here in Charlotte today. Remember, keep your feet on the ground. Keep reaching for the stars.
Yeah, and keep off of American Airlines. And keep on. All right, I gotta go. Oh, don't fucking manhandle me. Fuck. You're gonna push me. Fuck.
Oh, no, I'm going to smoke it. Fuck you. What song you want to play?
All right, let's go with Birdcloud or a Mishka. Let's go on to Twitter right now and do a poll. Oh, 100% Birdcloud. See Mishka on the road.